Let's learn about speech writing. What is a speech? A speech, dear students, expresses the writer's personal views on a person or an issue or a topic. The opinion of the speaker has to be in detail and supported with real evidence and experiences. Let us learn about speech writing. A speech is a talk that is delivered to an audience in a public gathering. A speech may be delivered on social issues and in public interests. There can be welcome and farewell speeches, speech by the chief guest during a function, speech by your school principal, headmistress, etc. A speech should be made for a good reason that can be either to inspire, to instruct, to encourage, or to offer support. A speech should not be confused with an essay or an article. An essay is meant to be read, whereas a speech is meant to be heard. Unlike an essay, a speech starts with a formal address and ends with a thank you. The important elements of an effective speech are the format of a speech, reasons and examples to favor the style, and the language. There must be use of first person while writing or delivering a speech. Some value points to be kept in mind while writing a speech. Stick to the format. Do not exceed the word limit. Word limit can range from 120 to 250 words depending upon the grade or class of the child. Never ever put your speech in a box. The title must be interesting. Writing a title in a speech is absolutely optional. Use first person pronoun. Divide your speech into different paragraphs and do not forget to leave a line between paragraphs. Use different types of sentences. To make your speech intriguing or interesting, use sentences like exclamatory, interrogative, imperative. Do not just use assertive or declarative sentences. Write simple and short sentences. Speech is a long writing skill, hence a question of 5 or 8 marks can come in the exam. Speech must be cohesive. Now, what do we mean by that? It is a very important point. This means that the ideas presented in your speech should be organized. They should not be haphazard. Let us look at few more points that we must keep in mind while writing or delivering our speech. The speech should have a catchy and an interesting introduction, otherwise the target audience might lose interest. The speech should not be too long as it may become boring. To liven up the speech, some humor should be added to it. Word limit can be 120 to 150 and it can also range up to 250 words. As I told you before, it all depends upon the class or grade of students. The speech should have two objectives. Firstly, it should leave a good impression on the listener, and secondly, the audience should take back some information. The tone of the speech should match the audience. For example, if the speech is for school children, then a motivating tone should be adopted, whereas if the speech is for adults, then an informative tone can be adopted. A speech can also be for entertainment, to challenge, motivate, inspire, etc. The ideas should be conveyed logically and reliable evidence should be used to support facts. The chief guest, principal, and other dignitaries should be greeted formally. A speech must reflect the speaker's clarity of thought, accuracy of facts, and a balanced view through a comparison and contrast with other viewpoints. Reference to newspaper reports, posters, advertisements, or other stimuli can be given. Measures to improve situations and predictions can be given. The speech should and must be concluded by thanking the listeners. Let's look at the format for writing a speech. The basic structure for writing a speech can or cannot have a title. That is optional. You may add title, you may not add title. Completely depends upon you. Marks would never be deducted for adding or not adding the title. First comes greetings, greet the audience, followed by introduction of topic, followed by development of topic. Development of topic can be divided into 2 paragraphs. Then comes conclusion, and finally you have to thank the audience. Make sure that you leave a line between all the paragraphs. So this is the basic structure for writing a speech. Greetings, introduction of topic, development of topic that can be divided into 2 paragraphs, conclusion, and finally thanking the audience. Let us look at a sample speech question. Junk food can be very appealing to children, but it causes more harm to them than they can imagine. Prepare a speech to be delivered in the school assembly on the harmful effects of junk food on school children. Use the hints given below. Let us read the hints. Proves to be harmful, addictive, obesity, chronic illness, low self-esteem, depression, decreases concentration level, high calorie, fats, carbohydrates and added sugar, creates deficiency of nutrients, diabetes, blood pressure, stroke, slow poison. Now let us see, keeping these all hints in mind, how we are going to write our speech. I am sharing an interesting tip with you all. Before you begin your speech with greetings, I would suggest you to add a quotation, an interesting fact, or some statistics related to your topic. It would definitely add that extra factor to your speech. Like in this speech, how we have begun? We have begun using a quotation. If we cannot settle for a junk living, we should not settle for junk food too. After I have written my quotation, I will begin my greetings. A very pleasant morning to everyone present here. Today I, ABC, that is, you have to write your name, am going to speak or express my views on the topic junk food, poison for children. Once your greetings is done, introduce your topic, then develop your topic by dividing it into 2 paragraphs if required, conclude it, and finally just thank the audience or the listeners. As you all know, how appealing junk food can be because of the good taste and convenience, but if we come to know about its harmful consequences, I am sure none of us are going to touch junk food ever in life again. Also observe the usage of personal pronoun I. Let's read further. Junk food may appear specially appetizing. However, regular consumption of junk food can be addictive for children and lead to complications like obesity, chronic illness, low self-esteem and even depression. All this may affect a child's performance in school. According to a study conducted, diet has a significant effect on children's study habits. Foods with high sugar content deplete energy levels and ability to concentrate for extended periods of time. By consuming junk food, children take in a higher amount of calories, fats, carbohydrates, and added sugars in one fast food meal, with the result that their bodies become deficient in fiber and other nutrients. Such eating habits increase the risk of obesity. They are thus at a risk for developing diabetes, high blood pressure, and stroke. We must limit its consumption and focus more on eating home-cooked food. So, friends, it is in our hands to decide what kind of food to choose. If we want to lead a healthy life, we must put an end to the consumption of this poison called junk food. Thank you for being patient listeners. So, dear students, I am sure by now you all have understood how to write a speech. Always begin with a catchy quotation, a fact, or maybe statistics related to your topic, followed by greetings, introduction, development of your topic, and it must be followed by conclusion and, of course, thanking the audience. Keep all the points discussed with you for writing a speech. The more you practice, the better you become. Thank you so much. Take care.